Welcome back to Sabre Dogs Baseball as the Dogs take Game 1, 10-7, part of this two-game doubleheader. As we take a look at the starting lineups, so we're going to get straight into it as we are set to go at 7:45. It is 7:44. So leading off for the Hotshots will be the center fielder, Joe Guidry. Batting second, playing short, is Luke Glasgow. Batting third and playing third, once again, is Jake Anderson. Batting fourth and catching for the Hotshots is Rob Meidel. Batting fifth and playing first is Parker Borg. Batting sixth and playing second is Ryan Olson. Batting seventh and DHing is Hunter Frericks. Batting eighth and playing left is Colton Cox. And batting ninth and playing right is Daniel DeRozzo. And on the mound for the Hotshots is number 27, Trevin Wells. As for the Sabre Dogs, leading off and playing left field is going to be Luke Quick. Batting second, playing short is Josh Pano as he moves over from second base. DHing is going to be Cruz Taylor, so he gets a start, but he's not going to be playing in the outfield. Batting fourth and playing first is Bo McClintock. Playing right and batting fifth is Sam Powers. Batting sixth and catching is Drew Pollum. Batting seventh and playing third base and making his Sabre Dogs debut is Nick Mastoni. And batting eighth, playing second is Tyler Courtney. And batting ninth and playing center is Wilson Rubion. So it'll be Quick leading off, as it will be the fielding order for the Hotshots. Wells on the mound, Meidel behind the plate, Anderson at third, Glasgow at short, Olson on second is the first pitch, misses up high for ball one. Borg is at first, Cox in left, Guidry in center, and DeRozzo in right. As we are underway for this Game 2 doubleheader, as this will be just a 7-inning game with the first pitch being at 7:45 Central Time. And Quick waited on that one and ended up swinging late. It's now 1-1, as in the previous game, Quick not the best game. He was just 1 for 3 the other night, yesterday, and then in the previous game was 1 for 4. This one is fouled away, make it 1-2. I wasn't able to write down the stats from the first game. I'm going to have to rely on the website, which is not always the most accurate. Sabre Dogs got 10 runs and 7 hits. Inversely, 10 hits and 7 runs for the Hotshots in Game 1. Here's the 1-2. Fouled back. Quick stays alive. So again, for the Sabre Dogs, it'll be Quick, Pano, Taylor, McClintock, Powers, Pollum, Mastoni, Courtney, and Wilson Rubion batting ninth. The 1-2 pitch. That one's hitting to right field, and that is hooking, and that will be in there for a base hit. Quick rounds first, and will stay there. So lead off base hit for Luke Quick. Batting first for the first time this season. In his third game, getting his third hit. Josh Pano comes to the plate. First game, he was 0 for 1. With 3 walks and a strikeout with 3 runs. And as you would imagine, Quick is, well, quick. And watch out for him in the base paths as the first pitch is in there for strike 1 to Pano. The 0-1. Misses for ball one. Some scores around the league. The Fremont Moo with a 4-0 lead over the Horseheads after a 21-15 marathon. That went 3 hours and 51 minutes. That was in favor of the visiting Horseheads. Big Sticks lead the Trappers 2-0 in the bottom of the first as the 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. Bottom of the first between the Whiskey Jacks and the Sasquatch. No score there. And the Sodbusters and the Pioneers. And that has been postponed to be rescheduled to a later date. So here's the 1-2 to Josh Pano. Quick has a nice size lead over there at first. The pitch from Wells. That one misses up high, even the count 2-2. Wells so far this season, 2 starts, 2 games, 7 earned runs, has a 1-1 record in 11 innings. He has a 5.73 ERA. This one's hit high in the air, but shallow right field, And that will hang and be caught in right field by Daniel Durazo for out number 1. Continuing with Wells' stats, he is 4 strikeouts, only 1 walk, but 13 hits. That's a whip of 0.45. So Cruz Taylor comes to the plate, not playing on the defensive side of things. He instead will be DHing. This is the very first game that he has played but not played defense. Sabre Dogs now 9-8. As Cruz Taylor making his 18th start. Played in every single game. Is that pitch in there? Strike 1 on the upper end portion part of the strike zone. Here's the 0-1 from Trevin Wells. Now a quick throw back to first. First time he's went over there. This one fouled down the first base side. I'll make it 0-2. Quick still over there at first base. 1 out here in the top of the first. Ball sets. Stares down quick at first. And that one misses low for ball 1. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Wells. And he stares down quick, and Cruz Taylor wants time. McClintock on deck, and you might notice that there's a certain name not in the starting lineup today for the Sabre Dogs, or at least in this game, and that's one Chauncey Collier. His first game he has not played in this season. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw back to first, not in time. That'll be out number 1.
Now batting for the Sabre Dogs, first baseman out of Point University, number 32, Bo McClintock.
So Bo McClintock now comes to the plate. 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBI, with a walk and 2 strikeouts in game 1 of the doubleheader. It started on Tuesday. Resumed at 5:05 here this evening, which the Sabre Dogs won 10-7. Quick goes to second, but he's going to have to head back to first as that one's fouled down the third base side. So 2 down, 1 man on here in the top of the first for the Sabre Dogs. Clintock steps in towards the back portion of the batter's box. Throw back to first, check up on quick. Reminder that these two teams go at it again tomorrow night at Corbett Field in Minot. Again, we'll be at 7:05. The series here will conclude with this game and will continue on tomorrow in a different state. The 0-1 as quick goes once again, swing and a miss, strike 2, throw down to second, and is not in time, he is safe. And that is stolen base number 2 by Luke Quick. He'll be playing for the Sooners next year, University of Oklahoma. That brings up an 0-2 count for McClintock. Now a jump turnaround. Fake throw back to second. Sabre Dogs dugout kind of taunting Wells after that kind of bizarre looking move. Here's the 0-2. Now one in there, strike 3. to end the inning. So 2 strikeouts for Trevin Wells. Leaves one man stranded. We'll send it to the bottom of the first with the leadoff hitter, Joe Guidry, and Luke Glasgow and Jake Anderson. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
iHeartRadio. Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Scoreless as we go to the bottom of the first, and it will be Josh Mancuso on the mound for the Sabre Dogs, the lefty from Paris Junior College. He's 1-1, the .571 ERA with 4 games and 3 starts, 7 1/3 innings. 11 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 8 walks, team high 18 hits, and a whip of 1.5, and a K per 9 inning ratio of 5.19. Had himself a nice outing last time he came out.
Zero, are you going to air with Cochran at all this game?
See if he can continue that. He went 7 innings. As for the Hotshots, it'll be Joe Guidry, Luke Glasgow, and Jake Anderson.
Joe Guidry.
Mancuso actually went 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs his last time out. Wind up and the pitch from Mancuso, and the dirt, ball 1. Mancuso with a 1-1 record, making his 4th start of the season in his 5th game. 1-0. Misses low. If he goes more than 5 innings, he'll have the most innings pitched on the team, as Xavier and Mancuso both had 17 1/3 innings before Xavier's first start yesterday. That one misses for ball 3. Now 22 1/3 innings for Caldwell, 17 1/3 for Mancuso. Here's the 3-0. In there, strike 1 to get his confidence back. The 3-1. Low, ball 4. Not a good start for Mancuso. Lead-off walk in just 5 pitches. I'll bring up Glasgow. Sabre Dogs had a tough time getting him out last game. He was 3 for 5.
Number 1, Luke Glasgow.
He's 3 for 6 in the series. Was actually 2 for 4 this last game. 2 walks and a strikeout with an RBI. First pitch in the dirt and gets past Drew Pollum. That will advance the runner over to second. I'll go down as a passed ball. And now runner in scoring position for Glasgow. Glasgow comes into this series batting .357. And that does not include the results from the previous game. Here's the 1-0 from the lefty from Paris JUCO. The pitch. That one misses upstairs, ball 2. Now Palm wanting to talk with Mancuso. Talk strategy on how to attack the shortstop from the Hotshots. Palm has struggled defensively. Hopefully looking to turn that around here as he allows a passed ball. Mancuso from the stretch goes back to work. It's back at second. Guidry has his lead. The pitch misses upstairs for ball 3. So total of 8 pitches. 7 of those have been balls. The 3-0. In there, strike 1. So deja vu. First 3 pitches are balls, then getting back in there with 3-1 count. Hopefully this time things go differently. First plate appearance of the night for the Hotshots was a walk. The 3-1. Now on misses for ball 4, so back-to-back walks to start things off. And that'll bring up Jake Anderson. That's definitely not the guy you want at the plate right now if you're Josh Mancuso. Went just 1 for 5 last game with a run, but he's batting .333 on the season. Is one of the team's best players overall. Sabre Dogs pitching ERA at 5.40 at the moment. Batting average for the Hotshots, .275 coming into the first game. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Once again, Mancuso starts behind in the count. Courtney drifting over towards second to try to hold on Guidry. The 1-0. In there, strike 1. Mancuso working from the stretch. Does not like to waste any time as he catches the ball immediately, steps right back on the mound. Mancuso looks back at second. Now fires. Breaking pitch misses away for ball 2. Sabre Dogs trying to hold on to a 3-game win streak that started on Sunday against the Fremont Moo. They're now back over 500 at 9-8. Second place in the Lewis. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's the first batter he's faced that he's able to get to that second strike. The count is even, still nobody out with runners on first and second. No score here in the bottom of the second. Mancuso takes a look at the runners. And now delivers. Fouled back, and we'll redo the 2-2. Okay, Mancuso coming into today's game with just 8 walks, but has allowed 18 hits. So things kind of going in the opposite direction here so far today. Double take over to second for Mancuso. The pitch. Breaking pitch misses low to make the count full. 3 consecutive batters to get that 3rd ball. Things could get really ugly here quickly for the Sabre Dogs if they aren't able to get a couple outs here. Courtney drifting towards second. And that one's low for ball 4, so 3 consecutive walks for Josh Mancuso. That loads the bases with no outs. Brings up Rob Meidel. The last game had a home run. He was 3 for 5 in that game with 4 RBI and a run. Now batting .385 on the year. Quick talk with Bo McClintock. And also the shortstop, Josh Pano. McClintock's just a guy who's there to encourage and help out his teammates whenever they need it. Nobody's really done that until McClintock came along a couple games ago. Shadows are starting to cascade down here at Fossum Field in Aberdeen, South Dakota. First pitch, Meidel gets past Bo McClintock, and a couple runs will score. And now the right fielder slips. That's Powers. So a 2-run single to lead things off for the Hotshots. Jake Anderson advances to third from first. And Meidel on at first with a 2 RBI single.
Now batting for the Hotshots. First baseman out of Division State, number 12,
Parker Board comes to the plate.
Board.
Did not play in the previous game. First pitch. Breaking ball in there, strike one. And coming into this series. That one's hit high in the air, and that one will stay fair in shallow left center field. Coming over is Payno, the shortstop, and that one's going to get down. He took an eye off of it for a split second as the throw is over the head of the catcher. And now the runners on first and second. So that'll be an E6. And the defense is not helping out Josh Mancuso here. Not quite sure what Payno was doing. He looked up and looked down for like a split second, and as soon as he looked back up, the ball was over his head and it got down. So it's now 3-0 here in the bottom of the first, with Ryan Olson coming to the plate. First pitch to Olson in there, strike one. Olson playing .286 coming into today's games. Olson went 0 for 4 in that first doubleheader game. 0-1. Ahead of that, breaking ball. Make it 0-2. First 0-2 count for Mancuso of the day. Still runners on first and second, still looking for that first out. The pitch. That one grounded foul. I'll keep it 0-2. Meidel over there at second. Borg at first. No steals from Meidel this season so far. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three for out number one for Josh Mancuso.
Now batting for the Hotshots. Designated hitter out of Minnesota State Mankato.
Strikeout number 11 on the season for Josh. Hunter Frericks comes to the plate for the Hotshots. Did not play in the previous game, batting 7 for 30 on the year, .233 batting average with 4 strikeouts and 4 runs with 2 RBI. This one fouled out of play for strike one.
That is another Ford Wrestling foul ball.
Sabre Dogs trail 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. Meidel with a very large lead at second. Breaking pitch, fouled back. 0-2. Sabre Dogs might be okay if they get out of the first inning giving up just 3 runs. If they allow any more than that, things might start to get ugly here. The 0-2. Foul back, out of play. Hotshots taking a lot of good cuts here so far. Haven't been able to get any hits just yet. Correction, I got Meidel single, but an error for the Sabre Dogs. That one breaking pitch. That one misses for ball one. It says on the board that there's 2 hits, but there should just be 1. Here's the 1-2. The pitch. This one is hit into center field. Charging in and unable to make the play is Rubion. The throw at home is cut off. Throw to second is in the outfield. And now it'll be Borg trying to get into third, and he is in there safely. I don't know. That was just a terrible play on all sides of the spectrum here, as McClintock should not have cut off that throw. So Meidel scores. Borg is on at second, and excuse me, Borg is on at third, and Frericks is on at second.
Now batting for the Hotshots. Left fielder out of South Dakota State. Number 11.
We'll call that a single, I guess, but goodness, that was all over the place. Probably wouldn't have been able to get that out at home, or it would have been close at least, if you let that go through to the plate. First pitch in the dirt, Pollum stops it for ball 1. Then runners on second and third with one out. Sabre Dogs down 4-0. That one also in the dirt for ball 2. Sabre Dogs have Sam Powers, Drew Pollum, and Nick Mastoni coming up, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Sabre Dogs. The 2-0. In there, strike 1. Nobody warming up in the bullpen just yet. See if he can't get out of this first inning. 2-1. That one misses for ball 3. Sabre Dogs in danger of loading the bases here in the bottom of the first, already down 4-0. And that one is up high for ball 4, and that will load the bases. Ryan Olson, the only hotshot to not be able to be a part of this first inning so far. He struck out. So that's going to bring up Daniel DeRozzo with one out and the bases loaded. First pitch, breaking ball. That was in there for strike 1. DeRozzo came into today with a 3 for 19 season to start. 158 batting average as that 0-1 pitch misses low for ball 1. One fouled away. 1-2. Some scores around the league. Fremont still leads Casper 4-0 in the top of the 7th. Badlands leads Pierre 6-0 in the bottom of the 2nd. And the Spearfish Sasquatch lead the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks 4-0 in the bottom of the 1st. Again, the Hastings West Nebraska game being postponed. That one in there. Strike 3 for out number 2.
Now batting for the Hotshots.
So Joe Guidry back up to the plate for the second time here in the first inning.
Joe Guidry.
He walked his first time, advanced to second via a passed ball, and eventually came around to score as the first pitch to him misses for ball 1. The 1-0 foul back. That'll even the count. Sabre Dogs and Hotshots will continue the series this weekend in Minot tomorrow at 7:05. And again at 7:05 on Saturday, 5:35 on Sunday. A pitch in there, 1-2 now the count. Looking further down the line for the Sabre Dogs, they then have a game against the Whiskey Jacks at home on the 17th, as here is a ground ball. A lazy one. Charging is Mastoni, the third baseman. Throw over to first is not in time. And that will score a run. It is now 5-0. Infield single for Joe Guidry. Beats it out. And after that one game against the Whiskey Jacks in Minot on the 17th, they then go to Brandon to take on the Whiskey Jacks on the 18th through the 20th, and then continue with 3 more road games against Casper on the 21st to the 23rd. And I tell you what, that trip after the game on Thursday down to Casper, that is going to be a long and difficult trip from Brandon, Manitoba to Casper. The first pitch misses for ball 1. Then after they are done with the Horseheads, they have the 24th off. They have a 3-game series against the Whiskey Jacks again at home, and they have the 28th off. 1-0 misses low for ball 2. And then 2 more games against the Hotshots at home, and that will conclude the month of June. 2-0 pitch. In there for strike 1. And this schedule really just wacky for the Sabre Dogs, as starting this series all the way through July 10th, only 3 total opponents that the Sabre Dogs will have to face. Horseheads, the Hotshots, and the Whiskey Jacks, as that pitch misses low for ball 3. Now 3-1 with 2 away for Mancuso. Glasgow, the batter, he walked and scored a run his first time up. 3-1. In there for strike 2 in what has been a 20-minute first inning. Started at 7:45, is now 8:15. Actually, that'd be a 30-minute first inning. Not doing my math right. The count is now full. Pitch is fouled back. No Chauncey Callier tonight, at least for this game, getting his first day off of the season. So here is 3-2 to Glasgow, and that one is in and up for ball 4, which will bring in yet another run. So Colton Cox is on to second. Excuse me, he's on to third. Guidry's on to second, and Glasgow is in at first.
Third baseman out of the University of Colorado.
Jake Anderson now comes to the plate.
Number 15, Jake Anderson.
See if the Sabre Dogs can come back, as they are behind 6-0 here in the first inning. That pitch misses for ball 1. It's just has not been Mancuso's day, to say the least. And the dirt for ball 2. That pitch is hit into left field, another base hit, and that will bring in 2 more runs, as it'll be a double for Jake Anderson. Now bringing 2 more runs. Things really starting to get ugly here. Runners on second and third now for Rob Meidel.
Number 8, Rob Meidel.
The only Sabre Dogs outing that wasn't able to survive the first inning was a Sage deemed 2/3 innings that allowed 8 runs. As now we have some action going on in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. First pitch in there, strike 1. Make it 0-1 to the cleanup hitter, Rob Meidel. Got a 2 RBI single earlier in the inning. Breaking pitch in there for strike 2. Wind up and the pitch. That one misses for ball 1. One and 2 for Mancuso as they trail 8-0 here in the bottom of the first. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. So 3 strikeouts, but 8 runs allowed in the first inning. So we will send it to the the top of the second. Sam Powers, Drew Pollum, and Nick Mastoni coming to the plate. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Sabre Dogs trail 8-0 as we move to the bottom of the second. See, rather the top of the second, Sam Powers, Drew Pollum, and Nick Mastoni coming up for the Sabre Dogs as Josh Mancuso gives up 8 runs to start his day. Sabre Dogs will try to play from behind, see if they can't pull a Whiskey Jacks and come all the way back. Well, they didn't come all the way back. They got within 3, and the Sabre Dogs were able to pull away. That was last Tuesday. So in that inning, Mancuso goes an inning with 5 hits, 8 runs, only 4 of them earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 13 batters faced in the first inning. As for the Hotshots, if you don't remember, it was a while ago. Trevin Wells will come back out. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts for the lefty. Hotshots trying to avoid getting swept and get back to being 1 game under 500. As for the Sabre Dogs, a loss today will put them at 9-9. Take a look at the standings in the Lewis division. Win for the Sabre Dogs puts them 3 games back from the Big Sticks. First pitch to Powers. In there, strike 1. Big Sticks lead 6-2 against the Trappers in the bottom of the third. The 0-1 hit into left center, and that will be caught in center field by Joe Guidry. I'll bring up Drew Pollum, the catcher.
Catcher out of Central Arkansas. Number 21, Drew.
Didn't play today in the first game of this doubleheader. As of right now, Pollum 5 for 26 on the year, batting 192. 5 runs, and 2 RBI with 2 strikeouts and a stolen base in his 7 games. That pitch misses low for ball 1. Again, this game going just 7 innings. Started at 7:45. 1-0, swing and a miss on a pitch up at his eyeballs. Make it 1-1. From the stretch, Wells goes to work with a 1-1 count. Now on his hit at the third baseman, Anderson, throw over to first in time for out number 2.
Now batting for the Sabre Dogs. Third baseman out of St. Mary's. Number 13.
Nick Mastoni, the third baseman, comes up for the Sabre Dogs for his first at-bat as a Sabre Dog. See if he can make a boom here to start things off. First pitch to him, in there, strike 1. Mastoni, the 5'10", 175-pound freshman from St. Mary's College in California. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Kind of difficult to fit him in there, considering he's playing backup to Chauncey Collier. So Wells trying to go 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. 0-2 count to Mastoni. Here's the pitch. And that one misses for ball 1. So for the Hotshots, it'll be Parker Borg, Ryan Olson, and Hunter Frericks kicking things off in the bottom of the second. Likelihood that the Sabre Dogs moving on from Mancuso after this inning. The 1-2. Breaking pitch misses upstairs for ball 2. Sabre Dogs need to find some more consistency in their starting pitching. Has been a problem for them this year. Team ERA of 5.40. It's only down below 6 because of some of the relief pitchers that have been doing so well. Of course, there are some bright spots in the starting staff, such as Xavier Caldwell. We'd just like to get some more consistency out there every night. Here's a 2-2 hit into left field, and that will be foul. Here's a 2-2 to Mastoni. Works from the stretch, nobody on, 2 out. The pitch was in front of that one. Was able to somehow get a piece. Umpires today are Jordan Palmisano and Dominic Rettenberg. It'll be Palmisano doing the home plate umpiring, and he was the one that made that controversial call last night. It was called a 3-run home run by Alex Hay, but it's a good 8-9 feet foul on down the right field line. This one, it will be caught by Jake Anderson near the third base line for out number 3. So only 7 batters faced for Wells, 13 for Mancuso. And we will head to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the one call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
So despite Mancuso's struggles, he will stay out on the mound for the second inning for the Sabre Dogs. And his full split for the Sabre Dogs in the first inning was 1 inning pitched, 5 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them were earned, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Parker Borg is 0 for 1 with an error and a run. So that actually should be 4 hits against Mancuso. First pitch is low. It'll be ball 1. We'll see how much longer Mancuso goes to work. Had a couple guys in the bullpen. You know, Mancuso wants a different baseball. Lobs it in there. So Borg comes into this game batting .400 on the season. So that one's in the dirt for ball 2. And 12 for 30, 3 runs, 2 doubles, a home run, and 3 RBI with 6 strikeouts, as well as a stolen base. Wind up in the pitch. In there for strike 1. A 2-1. In the dirt for ball 3. I saw Hunter Holland warming up over there in the bullpen earlier. And now Sartwell also walking over into the bullpen. And that one misses low for ball 4 and another walk by Mancuso. Sartwell has already pitched in 6 games for the Sabre Dogs this year.
second baseman out of New Mexico State, number 25, Ryan Olson.
First pitch in there, strike one. Really hoping Mancuso can bounce back from this outing. He has a great arm. He's a great talent. He just has been having a bad outing. As that one gets away from Palm, there'll be a wild pitch that advances Parker Borg over to second base. So Olson awaits the 1-1. Runner on second. Sabre Dogs trail 8-0. 1-1 misses low in the dirt. Ball 2. And now Josh Pano, the shortstop for the Sabre Dogs, is going to have a word with Mancuso on the mound. Quick little pep talk. Just having a quick laugh with him, trying to cheer him up here. It's 2-1, no outs to Ryan Olson. Shadow is starting to be a factor out in center and left field. Sun's starting to lower here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. Beautiful Fossum Field as that pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. Contrary to his season totals, it's been his walks that's mainly been killing him so far. 6 walks so far for Mancuso. This one is booted by the third baseman, Mastoni. And that's going to be error number 4 on the day for the Sabre Dogs. The runners on first and second.
Now batting for the Hotshots, designated hitter out of Minnesota State Mankato, number 2, Hunter Frericks.
So Hunter Frericks comes to the plate. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a run. You're back at second and firing. And that one misses low for ball 1. Back at second is Mancuso. And delivers. And that one foul tip. Make it 1-1. Runners on first and second for Hunter Frericks. Fouled out of play. Make it 1-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Sabre Dogs desperately trying to grasp onto any momentum that they can find. Just one hit and 8 runs allowed here in the bottom of the second. Very difficult as this one is fouled away. Redo the 1-2. That foul ball got a car pretty good over there on the first base side. Here's the 1-2. And another foul ball this time, just right back to the catcher, Drew Pollen. We've almost been playing for an hour and only have an inning and a half to show for it. Here's the 1-2. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. Missed that one by quite a ways. Evens the count. Got 2 arms warming up in the bullpen. That one is hit in the left field. Breaking ball pulled. And that will be fair into the corner. Gathering it is Quick, and that will score 2 runs, and it'll be a 2 RBI double. And now trying to advance to third, and he will be in there safely as an error. Advances him to third. And that will make it 10-0. So that will be a double and an E7, I guess. That will advance the runner over. So Mancuso is done as he goes just 1 inning, gives up 10 runs, with 5 of those being earned. We'll be right back after these messages with Chauncey Callier, who now steps onto the mound.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
So it'll be Chauncey Callier coming out for his second pitching outing of this season. In his first one, he came in for an inning, had 3 groundouts, so no earned runs, no walks, hits, or strikeouts. So no ERA, no whip so far. And Mancuso is responsible for the man on third as he went 1 inning, 3 strikeouts, 6 walks, 5 hits, 10 runs, 5 of them currently earned. It's been a rough day for the Sabre Dogs. Well, I guess not rough day, but a rough game so far for the Sabre Dogs. 5 errors so far. And really just overall rough day at the plate as well through 2 innings. First pitch from Chauncey, in there, strike 1. Chauncey doesn't start at third or first, but he gets a nod at the mound. The 0-1. This one popped foul out of play. The last time he pitched was last Sunday, and that was against the Badlands Big Sticks when they trailed 14-5. It came in the 9th inning. An 0-2 count up for the left fielder, Colton Cox. That one fouled, and that one put some weird spin on it, and it's fair. And now Callier doesn't know what to do with the ball when he gets it, and the runner scores. I've seen that before happen in the majors. It was hit in foul territory, had a ton of spin that put it into fair territory. And again, Callier picked it up in fair territory, looked at first, and ate it, looked at home, saw it was too late to go to home, and by the time he was going to throw back to first, it was too late. So Frerick scores. And that earned run will be credited to Mancuso. So it'll be 6 earned runs for Josh. So I think they're going to call that a base hit. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I guess they'd have to. Here's the 0-1, hit high in the air, slicing foul, and it'll be out of play. Make it 0-2. So still no outs here in the bottom of the second. 3 more runs added to their 8 runs in the first inning. 0-2. This one grounded at Tyler Courtney, trying to go for 2. They got 1. And they got 2. So a 4-6-3 double play. They now have 2 outs for Joe Guidry.
Center fielder out of Springfield.
Guidry is 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and 2 runs.
Guidry.
It's going to be fun putting all of these stats together tonight. There's going to be a lot to do. It's now the third time through the order in the second inning. This one is hit down the third baseline, foul. Excuse me, fair. Guidry rounds first, goes into second, and he will have a stand-up 2-out double. Guidry is now 2 for 2 on the day. Things just continue to get worse for the Sabre Dogs.
Now batting for the Hotshots. Shortstop out of the University of California, San Diego. Number 1, Luke Glasgow.
So now Glasgow comes to the plate. Third plate appearance, walked both times, including getting a run in the first inning. I guess his first appearance, I have to specify. This one is hit in the air, foul. Chauncey, after that foul ball, has an 0-1 count. The pitch. That one misses for ball 1, evens the count. Sabre Dogs will have Courtney Rubion and Quick if they ever get back to the plate, as that one misses for ball 2. Two one, miss upstairs for ball 3. Runner on second, goes to work with 3-1 count. That one is hit in the air, foul. Will make the count full.
That is another poor trusting foul ball.
Sabre Dogs lost the first game against the Hotshots back on Memorial Day 10-2. That was in Minot. That one's fouled out of play. And since then, yesterday, Sabre Dogs got the 11-4 win. First game of this doubleheader, Sabre Dogs won that 10-7, and now they trail 11-0 here in the second game of this doubleheader. This one is going to be fielded by Courtney, second baseman, throw to first in time for out number 3, and that will finally end the second inning. So we'll send it to the top of the third. Sabre Dogs trail 11-0. We'll be right back after these messages.
The bottom of the second.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Sabre Dogs trail 11-0 after 3 more runs by the Hotshots. And it'll be Tyler Courtney, Wilson Rubion, and Luke Quick coming up here in the top of the third. Just a reminder that on July 15th, you have the Home Run Derby with all sorts of fun food and activities for the Fan Fest. And that leads up to the main event on July 16th, the 2019 Expedition League All-Star Game. Sabre Dogs hoping to get a few All-Stars in this year. They had 8 last year. Highly doubt that that's going to be the case this year.
Second baseman out of the University of North Georgia, number 7, Tyler Courtney.
So Courtney comes to the plate for the first time in a little while. so far on the season. He's batting 5 for 34, just batting 147, but he's been able to turn around from a totally abysmal start. He's had 4 hits in his past 2 games, including going 3 for 5 a couple games ago. As the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. The 0-1. This one is hit into right center field, and another base hit by Tyler Courtney. He has been wonderful since his terrible start. 3 consecutive games with the hit for Tyler Courtney. And that brings up Wilson Rubion from Paris JUCO.
Wilson Rubion.
Rubion comes to the plate. 15 for 47, batting 319 on the year with 3 runs, 2 doubles. That one in there for strike 1. Again, still trying to work on getting his RBI numbers up. Just 4 of those so far. Hunter Holland has 9 with just 7 hits. Swing and a miss, a half-hearted one by Rubion, puts him in the hole 0-2. From the stretch, Wells goes back to work. Having a nice day so far. Now he steps off after staring down Tyler Courtney. Courtney with 2 stolen bases so far this year. Oh, and 2. Wait on that one. Slaps it past the shortstop Glasgow and into left field for a base hit. Sabre Dogs still have a ways to go. Get back in this one as they will be back to the top of the hitting order. Be Luke Quick coming to the plate. Got some time. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the majors this evening. First with the games that have finalized. The Braves beat the Pirates early this afternoon 6-5. Twins beat the Mariners. They swept the series as they went 10-5. The Twins continue to dominate the AL Central. This one is hit at the second baseman, Olsen. Going to take the one at the first base. Route number 1. The runners will advance to second and third. That will bring up Josh Pano. Other scores around the league. Games going on right now. Blue Jays beating the Orioles 8-2 in the top of the 6th. D-backs Nationals in favor of the D-backs 5-0. Got a rain delay there in the bottom of the 8th. Rangers and Red Sox tied at 6 in the top of the 6th. Angels and Rays 5-3 lead for the Angels in the outfield. Top of the 7th in that one. Cards and Mets. The Mets lead that one 4-2 at home. Got a rain delay as well in the top of the 9th. Royals lead the Tigers 5-0 in the top of the 5th. Here's the first pitch. That one is upstairs to Pano. Yankees lead the White Sox 4-1 with 2 men on in the bottom of the 5th. And the Padres trail the Rockies on the road in the bottom of the 3rd 5-2. And one more game set to start at 9:10. Dodgers hosting the Cubs. That should be a fun one. Kershaw versus John Lester. That'll be interesting. And that one misses for ball 2. Looking at the standings around the majors, the Twins, they've been the best team in baseball pretty much, as they are just 5 points above the Houston Astros. And correction, the Twins did not sweep the Mariners. The Mariners came back and won yesterday, so they took 2 out of 3 from Seattle. 2-0, that one missed upstairs, as the Twins are 45-24, 672 winning percentage. The Astros are 46-23, 667 batting average. Really, not really a whole lot of competition between those two divisions. The Indians are a whole 11 games back and just 1 game over 500. Here's a 3-0. That one is grounded at the diving Anderson. Throw over to first, and they're going to go at home. Sliding in there, and they got him for out number 2. So it'll be a 5-2 out for Jake Anderson. Made a nice play, dove and threw home, and threw out Courtney at the plate. So Pano gets aboard, and they'll bring up Cruz Taylor. And take a look at the AL West. You have the Texas Rangers, who are 5 games over 500. They've been a little bit of a surprise. They've won 6 of the last 10 games. They're 9 games back still. But a lot of people thought that the A's would be definitely the ones to come out of that division, possibly to make the wild card. I was kind of betting on 3 teams making it out of the AL East, as it looks like it could be that way, with New York leading, Tampa Bay well in first place in the wild card, and then Boston 1 game over 500. They've been a bit of a disappointment. They started out really slow, and they've kind of built their way back, because they were under 500 for a long time, but they're starting to finally catch fire. The World Series champions trying to fight their way back. In Toronto and Baltimore, some of the 2 worst teams in the AL. So speaking of which, I mean, I shouldn't say my Royals, but I'm from the Kansas City area. And by that, I'm from Wichita, Kansas, which basically is a Kansas City area. If you're not from the Kansas region, the Royals are playing just terrible right now as that pitch misses for ball 1. They're 21-46. They're the worst team in the majors. 24 games out of first place, and they've only won 2 of their last 10 games, have a .313 win percentage, which is actually tied with the Baltimore Orioles, but a lot of people were assuming that both those teams were going to be terrible. Mariners have been a huge disappointment this year, too. They're 18.5 games out of the AL West. Here's the 0-1. Breaking pitch in there for strike 2. Make an 0-2 count to Cruz Taylor. And as for the National League, the NL Central continues to be the most competitive division, as the NL East is trying to compete, but I would definitely say that the 3 better teams in the NL Central are better than the 3 teams in the NL East. Here's the 0-2 to Taylor. Breaking pitch misses for ball 1. Milwaukee right now is 39-29, and Atlanta has a game up on them, 40-29. They've won 8 of their last 10 and 7 in a row. The Braves are just on fire right now. Cubs are 38-29. Phillies are 38-30. Game and a half out. So both those races pretty close. Timeout is called by Taylor. St. Louis is in 3rd place in the NL Central, 33-33, 5 games out of first, and Mets are trying to hang on, 33-34, 6 games out of first place. Most likely going to be the 2nd place teams from the Central and the East making the wildcard game, whether that is Milwaukee, Chicago, or Atlanta, Philadelphia, is to be determined. The 1-2 hitting to right field, and that will be in there for a base hit. 1 run will score, and the Sabre Dogs are on the board with runners on 2nd and 3rd. So an RBI single for Cruz Taylor. Good to get him some confidence, as he has struggled as of late. He had an 2 RBI double last game, as Payne was on at 3rd and Taylor is on at 2nd. And kind of continuing on with the NL Central versus the NL East, I think you could say that the Nationals are up on the Reds, because considering they swept them last time that they played each other about a week ago. But then you take a look at the last 2 teams. I'm definitely taking the Pirates over the Marlins. And the Marlins have just been on a league of their own in terms of how terrible they've been. They're 24-42, but they ended up getting the win yesterday. An upset win, 9-0 over the Cardinals, which kind of just invalidates my point a little bit. But, it's 1 game out of 60-plus that have been played so far, as that one is fouled for strike 1 for Bo McClintock. So the majors have definitely been interesting, to say the least, as really the AL has shaped out to all we thought it has been, with New York, Minnesota, and Houston leading the way. Minnesota maybe a little bit of surprise. We all knew that Minnesota had a lot of talent, just never really been able to put it together. 2 years ago, they almost made the playoffs. Last year was kind of a year where literally nobody was able to get anything going at all. It was just really a series of unfortunate events for the Twins. Is that pitch in there for strike 2 to McClintock, making it 0-2. As for the NL, we all kind of knew that it would be sporadic. Wasn't quite sure who would come out of the NL Central. Literally every single team had a shot, I would say. And, I mean, you could argue that they still do, considering the Pirates are in last place and just 9 games out. Even the Reds had some new additions. Their pitching roster and their lineup, including Matt Kemp and Yasiel Puig, that is not really shaped out for them. So they're 8 games out of first place. Here's the 0-2 to McClintock, upstairs for ball 1. And as for the AL East, everyone knew it was going to kind of be in between the Braves, the Phillies, and the Mets. The Nationals kind of drifting towards the back burner as they continue to get older and haven't really made any key moves. A lot of people were really high on the Mets. I was kind of skeptical, and they really haven't been able to pan out so far, but they could get hot. They have a lot of really good talent, just haven't been able to put it quite together yet. 1 game under 500. This one is hit down the left field line. That is fair. That'll score 2 more runs for the Sabre Dogs. It's now 11-3 as McClintock will jog in safely. At second, it'll be a ground rule double. So a 2 RBI double for Bo McClintock. And I'm not quite sure what's going on, but the dugout appears to be happy for some reason. Oh, they're having a duel with the bullpen for the Sabre Dogs in terms of out enthusiasming them, I guess. That's interesting. Got to make your own fun when you're down 11-3. You still hear the yes coming from the Hotshots dugout. The batter now, Sam Powers for the Sabre Dogs. It is now 11-3. Powers 0 for 1 as this one's fouled out of play. U.S. Open kicked off earlier this evening. Or not this evening, this morning, rather. Ricky Fowler, Xander Schauffele, and Louis Oosthuizen tied with Aaron Wise, the 22-year-old kid. All 5 under. Aaron Wise sure to win a few majors in his career. He's been fantastic in his first few starts in his rookie season. Destined to win Rookie of the Year this year as that pitch misses for ball 1, even count. Aaron Wise from Cape Town, South Africa, playing college at Oregon, has already got a win under his belt with 6 top 10s. 1-1, runner goes. That one misses inside, throw down to third. And that one in time. I think he missed the tag there. I don't think he actually tagged him. The throw was in time. And they're going to say, Anderson knows it. He walks over, he says, I didn't tag him. But they call the out regardless and take advantage of the poor umpiring that's been going on all week long. So that will end our inning. We will send it to the bottom of the third. Sabre Dogs trail 11-3. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
iHeartRadio.
910 AM KCJB is Minot's Heritage AM full-service information station, supported by the classic country favorites. KCJB listeners are ranchers and farmers and business owners. From egg reports and markets to compelling information, we are 910 AM KCJB, home of the Minnesota Twins, Minot State, and Minot High Sports. We are 910 AM KCJB, Minot's news and information station.
Sabre Dogs trail 11-3 as we move on to the bottom of the third. Chauncey Callier on for his second inning of work. They were able to get 3 runs back with a RBI double by Cruz Taylor and a 2 RBI double from Bo McClintock. However, still got quite a ways to go as they face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Jake Anderson, Rob Meidel, and Parker Borg to start out. That one is in there for strike 1. These two teams will go at it this weekend in Minot, starting tomorrow at 7:05, continuing on Saturday at 7:05, and on Sunday at 5:35. The 0-1, and that one misses for ball 1. Sabre Dogs started very slow so far this season, still trying to get over the hump. But it looks like they're starting to turn the corners. That one is fouled down the third base line. Started out 0-2, and they've been around the 500 mark ever since the beginning of the season. They went 4-2 on their first road trip, but they've been 3-6 so far at home, and 5-2 on the road. 6-2 on the road. This one was fouled. But McClintock is over there in first base territory for out number 1. So if the Sabre Dogs can kind of get things going with some of these new guys that are coming in here, such as Phil Childs, Bo McClintock, Josh Pano, and Luke Quick, get those guys going, keep Callier going. Tyler Courtney's starting to ramp things up. If they can finally start putting the pieces together and they can somehow find some better starting pitching, this team will finally get some wins going in a row. As they won 17 in a row last season. Longest win streak by any team in this league's history. I mean, it is only a 2-year history, but impressive nonetheless. Tough to come out there and compete day in, day out and keep winning day after day. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Johnson Callier still trying to keep his ERA at 0. He allowed a run, but it was not his. That one misses for ball 2. I know I'm asking a lot from the Sabre Dogs team, but I mean it's really not that far-fetched. It's just I think the furthest thing that the Sabre Dogs are away from getting over the hump in is their starting pitching, as that one's fouled back. They have Xavier Caldwell, 4 starts, 3.22 ERA. He's probably going to get an all-star bid, 22 1/3 innings, 19 strikeouts, 10 walks, 18 hits. But then after that, things get a little murky in terms of the starting pitching is concerned. Jace Mapson, George Locksterkamp are not exclusively starters. In fact, Locksterkamp hasn't really gotten a start. He technically started today. I guess I shouldn't say technically, but he came in and started today, as that ball is going to be foul down the right field line. I really think that Locksterkamp has earned himself a spot in the rotation with Sage Deem out of the rotation, as he is done for the Sabre Dogs. He came in for 3 games, 3 starts, 14 earned runs in just 6 1/3 innings, 19.91 ERA, and a 3.32 whip. It just was not a good experience for Sage Deem this summer. That pitch is in there for strike 3 to get Rob Meidel. I'll bring up Parker Borg batting 5th. So if they could get some guys that can finally get their arms underway, and Hunter Rubidoux had his start cut short yesterday, had 2 innings pitched with 1 earned run. If they get him going, Cody Waters, feel like he himself has earned himself a spot in the rotation, but he has been very good as a reliever. I mean, I just feel like there's a lot of options that head coach Corey Thompson could go with as the first pitch is fouled back. But they mix and match and try to find something, get a little bit of momentum going for the starting pitching. Maybe Brenzer Mendoza could even get a spot in the starting rotation. He's shown that he can go the distance, went 7 innings of relief last weekend against the Whiskey Jacks, when she got 9 strikeouts. As that pitch misses for ball 1. I just feel like you can't really, in this league, you can't really stick to one thing and run with that for the whole season. You have to be very experimental, which, I mean, Corey Thompson has done a very good job with, as that pitch is a swing and a miss, but more so with the roster than the starting pitching. I feel like if he does that, things will start turning up. I'm not going to say that I know exactly how to fix the pitching, but I just feel like experimenting will help, and I feel like he knows that too. He's a very smart guy. 1-2. This one is down the third baseline foul. And it is still very early in the season. We've only played a quarter of the season's games. Now a little over a quarter, with the first game finalizing, as they played 17 out of the 64. Plenty of time to experiment, mix and match. And they still don't even have all their players yet. They're getting 5 more this weekend, including Keaton Kielber, a 6'8" pitcher from Spokane Falls Community College, and also Chase Grillo, as that ball is hit high in the air towards center field. Backing up and making the play is Wilson Rubion for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Chase Callier. Still has not allowed a run, or an earned run rather. We'll send it to the bottom of the, the top of the 4th. Sabre Dogs still trail 11-3. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
iHeartRadio.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day, and
alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience.
We're back. Sabre Dogs trail 11-3. Sabre Dogs have allowed 8 hits, 11 runs. Mancuso, done after just 1 inning, allowed 6 earned runs. And as for Chauncey Kelliers, came in for a couple innings of relief, has not allowed an earned run. Batting for the Sabre Dogs is the 5-6-7 hitter, Sam Powers, Drew Palm, and Nick Mastoni. Powers stands in. He is 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out here in the top of the 4th. Trevin Wells will stay in the game for his 4th frame. First pitch hit high in the air. That'll stay in on the infield most likely. And backing up are the first and second basemen, and it will be the first baseman, Parker Borg, who makes the catch for out number 1, and just barely a couple feet in the outfield. So continuing on with the U.S. Open leaderboard, Justin Rose also tied for first. Failed to mention him. So it's Fowler, Shoffley, Ustason, Aaron Wise, and Justin Rose tied for first place. As now Drew Palm comes to the plate, he has a ground out so far today. Scott Piercy was in the lead for the majority of the day, but he dropped back to second place. Also, Nate Lashley is in second place, has only 1 top 10 finish. I mean, this is his first year. This one is hit in the air in foul territory and playable. And making a catch once again is Parker Borg for out number 2. So Nick Mastoni comes up for a second time today. Moving on down, at 3 under is Sepp Straka, Emiliano Grillo, Roy McElroy, Gary Woodland, Ches Reevy. Also there is Chesson Hadley, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Henrik Stenson, Francisco Molinari, all at 3 under. Molinari having himself a heck of a season. First pitch in there for strike 1. Some other notable names. John Rahm is at 2 under. Bryson DeChambeau also 2 under with Hideki Matsuyama and Brooks Koepka and Matt Kuchar. All at 2 under. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Mastoni. That one in there. Strike 2. Jason Duffner, Zach Johnson, Jason Day, Adam Scott, and Tiger Woods all at 1 under. And Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed even. And you start getting into the blue numbers with players over par. Get to that here after this pitch. 0-2 pitch. Misses upstairs and away. Phil Mickelson and Jordan Spieth 1 over. Billy Horschel, Justin Thomas, Kevin Kistner, Keegan Bradley, Patrick Hanley, and Jim Furyk, as well as Tony Finau, all at 2 over. Webb Simpson is at 3 over. Then Bubba Watson, Ernie Els, and Brett Snedeker with Ole Schneiderjans, all at 4 over. Some of the notable names there. Here's the 1-2. Now one is in the dirt. Make it 2-2. And by notables, those are just the players that I favorited. Those are some players I like to look forward at watching. Also, how about Victor Hovland, the amateur, 2 under in 16th place. See if he can stay in the running. From Scandinavia. Always fun to see the low amateurs go at it. Here's a 2-2 to Mastoni. This one hit into left field, and that will be caught for out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for Trevin Wells, and he has been pretty great so far today, despite the 3 earned runs in the 3rd inning. We'll send it to the bottom of the 4th. Sabre Dogs trail 11-3. Got just a 7-inning game here, and the second of 2 games going on tonight. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, Call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Head coach Jacob Jarrow has been roaming out through the press box and out through the stadium as he is not allowed to be the head coach for the Hotshots this evening, as Chauncey Callier goes out for another inning of work. Still hasn't allowed an earned run in 2 innings. So also going on tonight, you may know this, is Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Right now the Raptors lead 58-55 with 33 seconds left in the first half. For the Warriors, Draymond Green with just 4 points, Iguodala with 11, Klay Thompson has 16 points, Steph Curry just with 9, and also Kevin Looney with 13 minutes and 6 points. DeMarcus Cousins with 7 points. This one is hit at the shortstop. We're over to first in time for out number 1. Nice play by Josh Pano for out number 1. As for the Raptors, leading the way in scoring is Kyle Lowry. He has 19 already, making up for his mistake in Game 5. He got a terrible shot in the corner that hit the side of the backboard. Siakam has 13 points. Serge Ibaka has 10. Kawhi Leonard just with 9. Fred VanVleet, Wichita State product, that's where I'm from, 6 points so far for the Raptors. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Hunter Frericks. See, I'm a Milwaukee Bucks fan, so the Raptors knocked us out of the Eastern Conference Finals, so if you're not going to knock us out, you better win the championship. This one is hit high and deep to left field, and that is out of here for a solo shot for Hunter Frericks. Home run number 1 on the year for Frericks, and it is now 12-3. Yeah, the Bucks just weren't able to really get any momentum on the Raptors during that series. So I guess they did. They had a 2-0 lead. They came all the way back and won 4 straight games to make it to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history, which is good for them. The whole country is behind that team, as the Blue Jays haven't been able to get anything done as of late. They've been to the playoffs a few times the past few years, but not really able to do much besides win the ALDS against the Texas Rangers back in 2016. First pitch in there for strike 1. Still that bat flip from Jose Bautista, just a historic all-time moment. Remembered for generations. Here's the 0-1. That 7th inning in Game 5 went an hour and a half. So much happened, including bottles being thrown onto the field that caused 30-minute delays and all sorts of different stuff. And that home run, the place was just going absolutely insane. One of the most historic games in MLB history. This one hit at the third baseman. Threw over to first. Mastoni will get the play. Route number 2. So it's good to see Canada has a chance to win a championship after the Stanley Cup has not went Canada's way in a long, long time, as the Blues won it last night over the Boston Bruins in Game 7. Could possibly see a Game 7 in the NBA Finals, but like I said, the Raptors up 58-55. And that should be at the half now. It's first pitch in there for, or excuse me, it's outside for ball 1. 1-0 misses for ball 2 to Daniel Durazo, batting 9th for the Hotshots, 0-for-2 on the day. 60-57, Raptors lead at the half. We'll continue to see how that one continues. The pitch hit high in the air towards right field. Durazo hits this one to the right fielder Powers, who drifts towards center field and makes the catch for out number 3. So we will go ahead and send it to the top of the 5th. Sabre Dogs trail now 12-3. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
Sabre Dogs trail 12-3 as Trevin Wells out for his 5th inning of work. As he has allowed 3 earned runs, 5 hits so far in this game, as well as no walks and 2 strikeouts. Has faced 16 batters, and to give you kind of a juxtaposition, Josh Mancuso faced 13 batters in 1 inning, so things just not really going the Sabre Dogs' way here. As it will be Tyler Courtney, Wilson Rubion getting their second cracks at it, and Luke Quick coming up for the Sabre Dogs. The first game of the doubleheader has been posted on YouTube, and we've been able to post those after the fact. I'll do the same with this game. Probably won't be able to go up until late tonight, or probably go into early tomorrow morning. First pitch, and there's strike 1. So what I have to do is right now I'm recording the game. This is not live. I have to go back and post it as soon as we get back to Minot. So we won't be able to get back to Minot probably until like at least 1 o'clock, if not maybe a little bit later. So then it takes a couple hours to upload to YouTube, since it's going to be a good 2.5 hours or so. And then it'll finally be up. A 1-1 to Tyler Courtney from Trevin Wells. Courtney is 1 for 1. Got thrown out at home his first time up. This one is hit to left field. Another base hit for Tyler Courtney. He has been amazing these past few games. And he's going to go for second. And he'll be in there safely. The ball went into the corner, so a leadoff double for Tyler Courtney. And as for the Sabre Dogs right now, just trying to build some confidence on the offensive end. Not really any realistic chance of them coming back in this one, especially with the way the Sabre Dogs have been hitting this season. This team batting just a little over 240. That's after they got 14 hits yesterday. They get 10 in the first game. And right now they have 6. First pitch to Wilson Rubion. And he steps off. First time up, Wilson Rubion got a single, and it came around to score eventually. First pitch. This one is hit into center field, and that will also drop in for a base hit into the gap. And Courtney will stay at third. So Wilson is now 2 for 2. Welcome back, Wilson Rubion, the outfielder from Paris Junior College. Luke Quick coming back to the plate. He's 1 for 2, a single, stolen base, and a ground out. He's been pretty solid this year for the Sabre Dogs. Was 2 for 4 coming into the first game. He finished that with a 1 for 4 day. Now it's 1 for 2. First pitch to him, in there for strike 1. Take a look at some of the scores around the Expedition League now. Big Sticks are up on the Trappers 13-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Fremont moves in within a game closer of the Pioneers, as that pitch is behind the head of Luke Quick. Actually, that one got him on the helmet. So that will load the bases. So the Moo get the 4-0 win over the Horseheads. And that was the first game of the doubleheader. Second game has not started. At least there isn't a score posted. Spearfish Sasquatch lead the Whiskey Jacks 9-4 in the top of the 5th. And like we said, no score posted between the Horseheads and the Moo. And it says that, I guess we're playing 3 games according to the website. First pitch in there, strike 1. Trevin Wells continues to stay out there with the runner on first, second, and third. 7 hits for the Sabre Dogs, just 3 runs. 9 hits for the Hotshots and 12 runs. That one in the dirt. Corny will hold as Pano comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a run and getting on via fielder's choice. Wells with 4 innings so far, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts with 19 batters faced. Now Wells steps off. Hotshots trying to not go through too many arms here as they're just looking to get out of here with the W. Looks back at third. Wells now looking at second and delivers. Swing and a miss. Was ahead of that that breaking ball. Makes it 1-2. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. And once again, a reminder, this game will go just 7 innings. The pitch, that one in the dirt. Good stop by Rob Meidel, and he doesn't allow the runners to advance. Pano awaits in the middle of the batter's box. Having himself a nice season so far in his 3rd game as a Sabre Dog. The 2-2 pitch. This one is grounded at the third baseman Anderson. He goes past him. And now the shortstop Glasgow makes the play, but he's going to eat it. And everyone's going to be safe. Everyone's going to be safe, and the Sabre Dogs are going to get a run. So an RBI single for Josh Pano. So be sure to tune in to ExpeditionLeague.tv or 1390 KRRZ tomorrow as we will cover Game 4 of this 6-game series, a home-and-home matchup between these two teams. We'll start at 7:05. Wells sets and deals. This one is hit, and it hits the face of the first baseman Borg, and it ricochets to Olsen. He gets the out, and man, that really took a bad bounce off of like a pebble, I would assume. It got him really good on the side of the head. He's gonna walk that off. The Sabre Dogs get another run. I'll make it 12-5. McClintock will now come to the plate. And correction, the runner did not. Rubion. Score should be 12-5, and it is. Okay, there we go. Got the score updated there. So Rubion scores. RBI for Cruz Taylor, and Borg is all right. Looks like he will stay out there. Tough kid. So an unconventional assist from Borg as he uses his face to bat it over to the second baseman and gets the throw out at first. I think that was the intention at least. He knew that that pebble was right there. Maybe not, I don't know. But regardless, runners on second and third with a 12-5 lead for the Hotshots. And McClintock comes to the plate. Has a 2 RBI double already today. Also a strikeout. He was thrown out at third. And after he got thrown out, Jake Anderson looked like he knew that he didn't tag him out. McClintock was surprised by the call. This one fouled out of play for strike 1.
That is another more trusting foul ball.
McClintock batting .273 on the year so far, having a nice start to his season. Trying to continue that here and pad his stats. The lead still at 7 runs. 0-1. Pitches upstairs. Talking about the Sabre Dogs schedule coming up. They have the Hotshots 6 games straight. And then they were going to have a day off, but now they have a makeup game against the Whiskey Jacks in Minot. Then 3 games in Brandon to take on the Whiskey Jacks. 3 more in a row. The day after, take on Casper. So they go from Brandon, Canada, all the way down to Casper, Wyoming. Take on the Horseheads. Then they have a day off on the 24th. As here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses up high, 2-1. 3 more games at home against the Whiskey Jacks. A day off on the 28th, and then 2 games in a row against the Hotshots on the 29th and the 30th to end the month of June. And then starting up July, they have back-to-back games in Brandon against the Whiskey Jacks, and they come home for 3 more against the Whiskey Jacks. That will be on Thursday, Friday, and, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is a little blooper to the shortstop. And Glasgow makes the out. Runners will stay. I mean, something has to be done next year for this schedule. Because, I mean, last year, a lot of the players, the coaches, and the fans weren't happy with the way it was laid out because of the traveling. This year, I mean, we don't play the Trappers on the road. We don't play the Spearfish at all. I mean, with 10 teams and 64 games, you'd think that you'd be able to get everyone to play everybody. Even if it was just maybe 1 game, because you have some 1 games sprinkled throughout. I mean, they really got to get that fixed next year if they want this league to thrive. That pitch in there for strike 1. I mean, I think it's absolutely ridiculous, the fact that they have to go from Brandon, Manitoba all the way down to Casper, Wyoming in overnight. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. That should not happen. The 0-1 from Wells. Swing and a miss from Powers. Make it 0-2. I'm completely fine with the 10-game road stand. I mean, a lot of people would think that might be a problem that I have with the schedule, but, I mean, it is nice that every single game is in Nebraska, so they'll have to travel just a little bit, but not too much. They start in the western portion, travel towards the Midwest region, and then to the eastern portion, with Hastings being on the final day. Is that pitch in there for strike 3. Talk more about the schedule coming up after the break. Sabre Dogs trail 12-5. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader. Sabre Dogs bring on a new pitcher, and that is going to be Justin Henley on the mound, the catcher for the Sabre Dogs. Making his first appearance as a pitcher. Sabre Dogs have allowed 9 hits, 12 runs. Actually, it'll be 8 hits. The scoreboard is incorrect. And the Hotshots will bring up the 1, 2, 3 hitters with Joe Guidry leading off, Lou Glasgow batting second, and Jake Anderson hitting third. So continuing on with the schedule, after they get done with the July 4th series against the Whiskey Jacks, they pick up with a 2-game series on the road against Casper, and then have a 3-game road stand against the Hub City Hotshots, so 5 straight road games, and come back with 4 straight home games against the West Nebraska Pioneers, and that sends us to the All-Star break on the 15th through the 17th. Then after that, they immediately play the Pioneers again, and that is when the 10-game road stand kicks off. 4 games against the Pioneers Thursday through Sunday, 3 straight against the Moo on the road, and then 3 straight against Hastings. And they will head back to Minot. I would assume that they would have to leave on Sunday morning because they do not want to go 10 hours straight after that game's over. It would be probably getting back and, 10 a.m. If the game ends at 10, I'm trying to do my math here, 8 a.m. Yeah, I don't think they want to do that, so I would assume they'd probably use their off day to travel back here. 1-0 pitch misses upstairs for ball 2. Henley not wasting a whole lot of time on the mound. Then it's kind of strange. They only have one game against the Big Sticks on July 29th, followed up with only 2 by the Hotshots on Tuesday and Wednesday. This one hit the left field, and that will be caught for out number 1. And then that begins August with the Pure Trappers. They have 4 consecutive games, Thursday through Sunday, and then that is the end of the regular season. And then on the 5th and the 6th are off days. The 7th begins the divisional round, an off day on Thursday, August 8th, and then the LCS starts on Friday, August 9th through through Sunday, August 11th. Sabre Dogs trail this one 12-5 as that first pitch misses for ball 1 to Luke Lasko. This one off the mask of pollen. That one got it pretty good there. You hear that from a mile away. Count is 1-1 with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, ball 2 for Justin Henley. So how about Justin Henley stepping to the plate, showing off his versatility? This one hit high in the air towards left field, and it will be Luke Quick going over and making the play in left field for out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts for Justin Henley as he continues to do well so far.
Now batting for the Hotshots, third baseman out of the University of Colorado Springs, number 15, Jake Anderson.
So Jake Anderson comes to the plate, batting third for the Hotshots. First pitch in there, strike 1. Anderson 1 for 2 with a walk. That one is low. Even the count 1-1. Anderson 1 for 2, a run, 2 RBI, a walk, no strikeouts, batting .351 on the year. Wind up and the pitch. Misses for ball 2. 2-1. And that one misses for ball 3. Second half underway at Oracle Arena. Raptors lead 67-64. That game on ABC with 8:50 remaining in the third quarter. Is that pitch? This is for ball 3. It'll be 3-2. This one hit in the air towards left field once again. This one is high in the air. And Luke Quick, 3 consecutive flyouts. That will send us to the top of the 6th. So Sabre Dogs are trying to get out of here. They will most likely split with the Hotshots today and get the win on the series 2-1. We'll be right back after these messages.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs lead, or excuse me, trail. They trail 12-5. Trevin Wells once again back out there for his 6th inning of work. Sabre Dogs allowed 8 runs in the first inning, 3 in the second to be down 11-0. They got 3 back in the top of the 3rd. Gave 1 more in the bottom of the 4th and got 2 back in the top of the 5th. So not an inning where one of these teams didn't score a run. Sabre Dogs have Drew Pollum, Nick Mastoni, and Tyler Courtney coming up. Pollum is 0 for 2, Mastoni is 0 for 2, and Courtney is 2 for 2 with a double, a run, and a single.
Catcher of Central Arkansas, number 21, Drew Paul.
Here's the first pitch. That one misses for ball 1. Pollum comes into today's game batting 5 for 26, 192 on the year with 5 runs. That one misses for ball 2. Sabre Dogs need to get a lot of their batters up above 200 if they want a chance at making the playoffs. 2-0. That one misses. For the Sabre Dogs, you got guys that need to step up, such as Alex Hay, Hunter Holland, Tyler Courtney, Sam Powers, Jace Edwards, Justin Henley, among the players that are hitting below 200 so far this season. Reno just barely over 200 at 208. He's been below 200 for most of the season. He was able to battle his way to get it up and over. He injured his hand in the series finale against the Moo, and he hasn't played since then. 4-pitch walk for Pollum, and he reaches for the first time today. So Mastoni still looking for his first base hit as a Sabre Dog. See if he can get it right here with a runner on. Sabre Dogs have had a total of 20 batters that have gotten at least an at-bat this season. 21 with Mastoni. First pitch, outside, ball 1. So the hitters that are above 300 at the moment are Luke Quick, Bo McClintock, Chauncey Callier, Josh Pano, Philip Childs, Wilson Rubion, Cruz Taylor, Mason Dennison, and Austin Reno. Dennison, 263, and a huge step down to Austin Reno, 208, and Nick Pierce, in his 3 games, batted 222. Runner goes, pitch in there for a strike, throw down to first, not in time. And a stolen base for Drew Pollum. Continue to steal bags, and that's what they do best, and fielding. So when the Sabre Dogs have 5 errors posted, that definitely bodes not well for this team. Here's the 1-1 to Mastoni with a runner in scoring position with no outs in the top of the 6th. Fouled off. Make it 1-2. Sabre Dogs are going to be able to hopefully rack up some wins against the Whiskey Jacks coming up here. They have quite a few games against a team from Brandon, Manitoba. They are dead last in the Lewis Division. Now they're sitting at 5-11, just a half game up on the Sodbusters for the last place team in the league. This one grounded at the shortstop, long throw over to first, not in time. And Pollum will be safe at 3rd, and Mastoni with his first base hit as a Sabre Dog. I'll bring up Tyler Courtney. He's 2 for 2, a double, a run, and a base hit. So hopefully the first of many base hits for Mastoni. From St. Mary's out there in California. Definitely a bit of a culture, a culture shock, I would imagine. At least he didn't have to be here during that first week when it was, I left Kansas, it was 80 degrees, got here. First day was 45 and cold and rainy. So the juxtaposition between West Coast, where it's 75 at least in the winter, Gets up to 85-90 all the time. Definitely a little bit of a shock. It's the first pitch to Courtney in there for strike one. Taking a look at some of the scores around the league. We'll refresh that here real quick as the pitch is low for ball one. The Moo mentioned they finalized their win over the Horseheads 4-0. Big Sticks lead the Trappers 14-2 in the bottom of the 7th, and the Whiskey Jacks trail the Spearfish Sasquatch 11-7 in the bottom of the 5th. Sudbusters and Pioneers game has been postponed, and no score in the second game of that doubleheader between Casper and Fremont. That pitch in the dirt, nice stop by the catcher Rob Meidel. We now 2-1. Again tomorrow, 7:05 start between these two teams in the 4th of the 6-game home-and-home series. Sabre Dogs likely to escape on the road, 6-3, their road record so far. That pitch misses. Leave them 3-6 at home. They've really been able to put on a show at Corbett Field so far this season. They got a really good win on Sunday, though. Overall, a solid effort. 3-1, and there's strike two. Mastoni faked the stolen base, but he holds at first with Drew Palm at third. Palm reached with a walk and stole second base and reached third. Courtney trying to drive in his first run of the day. Now Mastoni goes, breaking pitch, swing and a miss, throw down to second, not in time, and Mastoni has his first snag bag. Courtney strikes out, one down here at the top of the 6th. Now batting is Wilson Rubion. Now, if this young man could just get some hits while runners were on, that would really help this team out in a significant way, as he has 15 hits but only 4 RBI, a .319 batting average. So overall, a solid contact hitter. He's been getting a lot of hits with the bases empty. First pitch in there, strike one. He's been batting 9th pretty much every single game he has played, with an exception of maybe 1 or 2. This is Rubion's 15th game out of 18. He played in the first 14, but has gotten some days off thanks to reinforcements. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Wilson behind in the count, 0-2. Runners on second and third with 1 out. Dogs trail 12-5. Both teams with 9 hits in this game. Oh, 2. This is upstairs for ball one. So realistically, Sabre Dogs have at least a chance to make the playoffs this season. Taking a look at the standings, Sabre Dogs are 9-8. They are 3 games back of the first place Badlands Big Sticks. 3-game winning streak. Them and the Hotshots will probably be battling it out for the final spot, but don't count out the Trappers just yet. They've just been inconsistent, have been unable to put together an all-around solid game this season. The count is now 2-2 as they are 5 games out of first place with 7 wins and 10 losses. As for the Clark division, things are really interesting. You have 3 teams that could possibly get in. I mean, the Pioneers and Sasquatch are right now duking it out for first place, with the Pioneers 11-4, Sasquatch 11-5. As for the Horseheads, they are playing 500 baseball, 8-8, 3.5 games out. And in this league, if you play 500 ball, you can be okay. Definitely different from the major leagues. Fremont is 6-9, 5 games out of first place. I really wouldn't count them out either. They've been a lot better than expected. Still have a lot of work to do in their first season as an organization. The 2-2 pitch. This one hit up the middle, base hit. That'll score at least 1. Milestone will hold at third, and an RBI single from Wilson Rubion, his 5th RBI of the season. So for the Fremont Moo, it's really been just the hitting that's been a problem for them, as they've been able to get a lot of their pitching handled down to a T, as they have an ERA of just over 3, which is one of the best in the league. Because their batting has not been solid. It's been even worse than Souris Valley's. It's sitting at around 230 on the year, which is second to last. Sabre Dogs are third to last in hitting. Sabre Dogs are also third to last in pitching. It's just been the defense, which they're second best in, and stolen bases, which they now lead the league in. So now batting for the Sabre Dogs is Luke Quick, runners on the corners. Now trailing 12-6. That one misses inside for ball 1. Quick is 1 for 2. Ground out, hit by pitch, and a single with a stolen base. Here is the 1-0. That one misses for ball 2. Now 2-0 coming to Luke Quick. Trying to help out that Sooners baseball team that's underperformed the past couple years. Here's the pitch. That one misses for ball 3, and a fake steal by Rubion. He can get over there to second if he wants to. Got some wheels on him. Hasn't really utilized him very well. Has just one stolen base. 3-0 pitch. That one misses for ball 4, so bases loaded. Wells still dealing for the Hotshots. He's been out there since the beginning of the game. So now Josh Pano will come to the plate. RBI single in the 5th inning. Also has a run and a flyout. We'll see what they do with Wells here. They're just going to have a quick little chat on the mound. Another reminder that the Expedition League All-Star Game is going to be at Corbett Field this year on July 16th. Also, don't miss on July 15th the Fan Fest, which includes the 2019 Expedition League the Home Run Derby. Also, with the Fan Fest is a ton of family fun with all sorts of stuff going on around the park, including all sorts of yummy food. Tomorrow night is Foodie Friday, as they have beer cheese coming out to the ballpark. You'll be able to put that on any food you want. Want to put it on some nachos or pretzels or your hot dog, whatever you want. There are going to be new food specials at the concession stand every Friday at Corbett Field. Then on Saturdays, the merchandise special. There'll be those every Saturday, and then it'll be Mobile One Sunday Fun Day. Once again, on Sunday, it'll also be Father's Day. As the halftime dogs will come out and perform on Sunday's game. That should be a lot of fun. Hope you can make it out to the park. The pitch, and there's strike 1. So the lead is right now 12-6 for the Hotshots here in the top of the 6th. Well, sets, looks at first, and delivers. Check swing, didn't go, didn't matter. It was in there for strike 2. 0-2 count coming up for Pano. Cruz Taylor on deck. McClintock is in the hole if necessary. The 0-2. That one is hit at the third baseman. Anderson tags first base, throw to first in time. And a beautiful double play by Jake Anderson. And that will end the inning. So our score after the top of the 6th, Hub City 12, Souris Valley 6. We'll send it to commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs trail 12-6 going into the bottom of the 6th. Be Rob Meidel, Parker Borg, and Ryan Olson. And the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Hotshots coming to the plate with, once again, Justin Henley coming out. Checking out on the Game 6 going on in Oracle Arena, the Warriors lead 83-79 with 2:52 remaining in the third quarter. Kyle Lowry now with 21 points, Siakam with 15, Leonard with 12, and Ibaka with 10. As for the Warriors, Klay Thompson with 22, Curry with just 12, Iguodala with 11. First pitch, foul back, and out of play for strike one. So Henley's first inning had 3 straight flyouts to left field. 3 up, 3 down. First pitching effort as a Sabre Dog. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses for ball 1. So we're going to miss strike 2. Checking back with the games around the majors. Blue Jays lead the Orioles 12-3 in the bottom of the 9th. Rangers and the Red Sox in the top of the 8th. The Sox lead that one 7-6. Here's a pitch. That one is hit at the first baseman. And scooped by McClintock. He will touch first base for out number 1. Cards and Mets tied at 4 apiece as they're still in a rain delay in the bottom of the 9th. They'll most likely go into extras. Bases loaded in the top of the 8th for the Tigers as they trail 7-1 to the Royals on the road. White Sox lead at home against the Yankees 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Rockies lead the Padres 6-4 in the top of the 6th. Cubs lead on the road early in the top of the 3rd 3-0 against the Dodgers in LA. And as for the games that have finalized, first pitch misses for ball 1 from Henley. Braves beat the Pirates 6-5. That was the first game that finalized in the day. Twins held off the Mariners. They took 2 out of 3. 10-5. Again, the final score there. That pitch misses as well for ball 2. D-backs beat the Nationals 5-0, and the Angels beat the Rays 5-3. And this weekend for the Twins will be taking on the Royals at home, so that should be an easy sweep. That one hitting the left field for a base hit. You pretty much say that whenever the Royals are on your schedule. I mean, whenever the Royals are on there, that's an easy sweep. There's 21 wins for the Royals. My quote-unquote hometown team. My favorite team is actually the Reds, so that's not a whole lot better, but at least they do have 30 wins. That's all I can say about that. 30-33. Ryan Olson comes to the plate. First pitch misses for ball 1. Olson, as of right now, is 0 for 3. That one misses upstairs. Taking a look at some of the series around the Expedition League coming up this weekend. Hastings going to be going to Spearfish to take on the Sasquatch this weekend. Wheat City taking on Badlands. Starting tomorrow at 6:35. That pitch misses, excuse my language. 6:35. Also Casper at Western Nebraska, 6:35. That game starting in Oregon Trail Park Stadium. That pitch misses for ball 3. Fremont and Pierre, the final game, not besides the Hub City Souris Valley games. That one is outside for ball 4. Runners on first and second.
Now batting for the Hotshots. Designated hitter out of Minnesota State Mankato. Number 2,
Hunter Frericks comes to the plate. He has 3 runs on the day. Had a Solo shot in the 4th inning is that first pitch. Misses for ball 1 from Justin Henley. Sabre Dogs not going to go to the bullpen again tonight unless they have to. 1-0. Now misses upstairs. And the only way they would have to is if all of a sudden Henley would allow six straight runners or so to reach safely, as this will most likely be the final frame for Justin Henley, considering the top of the 7th will be it for the game. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled. They're in foul territory, and trying to make the play is Pollum, and he can't make the catch. Pollum has just had a pretty rough season defensively, and offense has not been a whole lot better either. It's now 2-1. 1 out, runners on 1st and 2nd. From the stretch, Henley goes to work. Looks over at first. Nobody holding him on, so he delivers. And some miss upstairs for 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is now full. Sabre Dogs most likely going to drop to 9-9 after today's game. Will be 3.5 games out of first. And that one in there. Strike 3 for Justin Henley. And the dugout celebrates. Not the dugout, the bullpen. Bullpen has been incredible for the Sabre Dogs this year. Not just their performance on the field, but off the field as well. Cheering on their team and getting rowdy and doing all sorts of shenanigans. There was that video that we posted last night of them doing some sort of bowling routine after the home run. First pitch in there, strike 1 to the left fielder, Colton Cox. Oh and 1. That one misses for ball 1. It'll even the count. Sabre Dogs will have Taylor, McClintock, and Powers to come up to try to make a 6-run comeback, as if Henley gets out of here without allowing another run. That one fouled off. 1-2. Not a whole lot of jubilation in the Sabre Dogs dugout tonight, however. And that one's in the dirt. Both runners will advance easily to 2nd and 3rd. A lot of bugs that the players are having to deal with, be it mosquitoes or gnats or whatever these things are. And he gets sprayed down. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So 2 strikeouts for Justin Henley. That'll send us to the top of the 7th. We'll see if the Sabre Dogs can do it. Move to the top of the 7th coming up after this.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Sabre Dogs trail 12-6, and Hotshots will bring on a new pitcher. And for the Hotshots, it will be number 31, Jacob Delabio. Delabio was not allowed an earned run yet this season in 4 innings of work. He has pitched in 4 games and is the Hotshots closer Not quite sure that they need to use him tonight. Kind of an interesting call as Trevin Wells done after 6 innings of work. Solid job for the starting pitcher for the Hotshots. So once again for the Sabre Dogs, it will be the 3-4-5 hitters, Cruz Taylor, Bo McClintock, and Sam Powers. Reminder to follow the Sabre Dogs on Twitter. That'd be at SV Sabre Dogs. Also, you can follow us on the Instagram. Search Surrey Valley Sabre Dogs. Find us there. Also find us and like us on Facebook. And also follow us on Snapchat as well. Twitter, we live tweet during the games. Keep you updated. As that pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. On Twitter, we're approaching 1,000 followers. We have 978. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Cruz Taylor. Ten hits apiece so far between each team. Delabio sits and delivers. Check swing, misses that fastball low. Taylor is 1 for 3 with an RBI double, also an RBI ground out, and a strikeout. And a reminder that this is the last chance for the Sabre Dogs, as this game will finalize after 7. That pitch misses upstairs, make it 3-1. Delabio goes to work from the stretch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, and actually fouled that one off just a little bit. Make it 3-2. And if you're Taylor, you gotta choke up a little bit on this fastball. This dude absolutely is a smoke show on the mound. 3-2. Up high, ball 4. And that's just the 3rd walk he has allowed on the season.
Now batting for the Sabre Dogs.
I'll bring up Bo McClintock.
Point University, number 32, Bo McClintock. They got that first runner on, still got a long ways to go. As McClintock comes to the plate so far this evening, he is 1 for 3, and this is a shot into left field. And that will be out of here, home run for Bo McClintock. So it'll be now 12-8. So McClintock with his first home run of the year. Also gets RBIs 3 and 4 of the day. So that will bring up Sam Powers, 0 for 3. I mean, I couldn't really see where that ball went. I mean, as soon as I look over, it goes in the air, the beams of the press box are in the way, so I couldn't see where that ball went. So the only way I was able to hear that ball was gone is when the home play-by-play announcer announced it was gone. He has a better angle at it than I do. So I apologize if that was not the most enthusiastic home run call ever. Sabre Dogs now have more hits than the Hotshots tonight. They have 11, and the Hotshots have just 10, but they lead 12-8. And that pitch low for ball 2 for Sam Powers, and that was the first runs that Delabio has given up this season, and they did that to Parker Borg last game. Allowed his first earned run of the season against the Sabre Dogs. So now no hotshot pitcher has 0 earned runs as that pitch nicks the home plate umpire after the home plate umpire got a piece. Might have been a little bit in the helmet. As Midel was unable to make that catch, and the trainer for the Hotshots will come on and check him out. So no runners on. 12-8 lead for the Hotshots in the top of the 8th. A 2-run home run by Bo McClintock. Trying to make sure that he doesn't have a concussion here. Doing the old finger in front of his face test, making sure that everything's all right. Delabio will go back to work coming up after this. Take a look at some of the scores around the league. Once again, the Big Sticks lead 14-3 over the Trappers in the top of the 9th. Sasquatch lead 12-7 over the Whiskey Jacks in the top of the 7th. Postponed game between the Sawbusters and the Pioneers, and no score has been posted from the Casper Fremont second game of the doubleheader. So Wells is done with 10 hits allowed, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. See, home plate umpire, I think he's being evaluated further. Make sure that he's okay. We'll go and send it to a break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
So after that brief intermission, just been told that we have a switch for the umpires. It'll be Dominic Rettenberg, who will be back doing the home plate umpiring, and Jordan Palmisano, who got hit by a basically got hit by a pitch in the helmet. He will be the new field umpire as he's over there on first base second and bending over his knees and kind of trying to shake it off. So here's the 3-0 count to Sam Powers after that little break. Sabre Dogs trail 12-8 after a 2-run homer by Bo McClintock. And now DeLavio not happy about something going on. And we are back underway as DeLavio now steps off the mound. Warriors and Raptors tied at 91 with 9 minutes left in the game at Oracle Arena. Klay Thompson is down for the count, got injured, grabbing his knee. That pitch in there for strike one. So no KD and no Klay for the Warriors, most likely for the rest of this game. Again, tied at 91. Game 6. Raptors lead that series 3-2. Game 7 will be in Toronto if necessary. And now Powers wants time, so both players taking a while to both get ready. Trying to shake off the bugs is DeLavio on the mound. Swats one off his neck. Here's a 3-1. Foul back, and that will make it 3-2. So still no outs for the Sabre Dogs here in the top of the 7th. But the Sabre Dogs got a lot of work to do. DeLavio steps off briefly. Here's the 3-2. Now an in there, strike 3 on the outside edge for out number 1. Another late strikeout call. So Drew Palm comes to plate. He's 0 for 2 with a run, a walk, a stolen base, and 2 outs. 1 in the second and 1 in the fourth. First pitch, fouled for strike 1. Both the Hotshots and Sabre Dogs will have the same 2 umpires in the 3-game series in Minot, whether these 2 teams like it or not. Here is the 0-1. That one hit the front of the plate and bounced and hit the mask of Rob Meidel. It was an off-speed pitch, so fortunately didn't get all of the catcher for the Hotshots. Oh, we can make it a 1-1. Delabio, definitely an all-star caliber-esque type player. He's been having a fantastic season. Just allowed his first 2 runs of the year to Will McClintock as that pitch is in there for strike 2. Delabio fastball goes from the early to mid-90s, I've been told. The 1-2 upcoming for Paulum. Here's the pitch. This one a little blooper, and that'll be right at the second baseman Olsen for out number 2. I'll bring up Nick for the Sabre Dogs. Mastoni is 1 for 3. 2 flyouts and a single and a stolen base. Sabre Dogs down to their final out. Sabre Dogs already have the series win, but are 4 runs away from the series sweep. And that ball is going to be caught in center field for out number 3. So a 2-run home run and then a brief intermission. And that is going to end the game. 3 straight outs for Delabio. Don't think that that's going to qualify for a save, but regardless, getting the win is Trevin Wells, who had a fantastic game for the Hotshots here tonight. So again, tomorrow, 7:05 in Minot between the Sabre Dogs and the Hotshots. We hope you join us on ExpeditionLeague.tv or on the YouTube channel of the Service Valley Sabre Dogs or on 1390 KRRZ. Thanks everyone for listening. And that is going to do it from me. You've been listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball. Good night, everybody.